The largest voices for the Shiloh community saying a new deal from the federal government misses the mark and doesn't help the flooding-prone area fast enough or help with the years of devastation.
The people there have been dealing with this issue for 6 years since the expansion of Highway 84, a project that some are saying had racial implications, forcing a weather issue on a historically black community. WDHN's Robert Smith has the story all new at 6.
Dr. Robert Bullard, who has been the leader of getting the Shiloh community federal help to solve their flooding nightmare, says the agreement between the Federal Highway Administration and the State Department of Transportation to mitigate flooding and resolve the Title VI civil rights complaint is a good start, but it lacks responsibility and acknowledgement. He says the State Department jumped to looking forward to making improvements.
The essence of this agreement, even though it's not written, it's not expressed, it's implied that there's something wrong with this highway. In order for, an alcoholic to, get to being sober and to be cured, there has to be a first step. And the first step is acknowledging that I'm alcoholic. Well, in this case, there's no acknowledgement that the damage, the problem of the highway caused the flooding.
Yet the state DOT will be required by federal leaders to implement one of two plans to mitigate the flooding in Shiloh, like creating a drainage ditch south of the community, regrading a detention basin, and creating a way water can go in expanded drainage ditches, or adding a basin in the median. While he says there is no guarantee the plan will stop flooding, the drainage needs to be redirected. However, it's not just about fixing drains, but healing residents too. These plans to address flooding in the agreement do not make up for the damages and losses over the last 6 years.
This VRA is only a partial, regardless of a Plan 1 or Plan 2, regardless of the preferred plan. This stops short. The narrowness of it basically precludes any type of aggressive seeking of funding to get the community needs addressed.
Dr. Bullard says the community wants to get the ball rolling beyond the agreement. The community has expressed complaints since 2018, but only most of them were heard on a federal and state level the last 2 years during the investigation and getting national attention. The community has sent a letter to Secretary Pete Buttigieg asking for U.S. DOT to take ultimate responsibility for this problem. Urgency to end the flooding nightmare they say was man-made and started under the last administration before the end of the term for the Biden-Harris administration, as well as funding to make up for damages and even to repair the broken community going forward.
So we're saying, DOT, find the money. Secretary Pete Buttigieg, keep your promise. The resources are there. And we say use those resources to address these problems.
Dr. Bullard says they hope to have an in-person meeting with the U.S. DOT to go over the letter at a later date, but ultimately they hope federal and state leaders will do the right thing, which could make for a case study one day. Reporting, Robert Smith, WDHN News for the Wiregrass.